20 cars.
Jalas, 30 years ago.
Yes.
30. When I was busy saying, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard Pan American Clipper flight number 089 from Nairobi, Kenya.
Just stop at that.
Okay,
stop at that. We've had that story before.
I'm just telling you, I'm setting up this small story.
What's special about it now?
On the plane one day, heading to West Africa, our last stop, was this young man leaving Kenya for the first time to go to America. And of course, after the service on the plane, we sat down, we chatted about everything, rugby, this, that. He was going to America, a place we all wanted to go at that time. And I was looking at this man and saying, wow, he's going to attain his dreams. 30 years later, he's Mr. Hollywood. Benjamin Onyango.
Benjamin, is it right?
Abdi mabe.
Okay.
Alenga.
Ichio mabe.
Achio mabe.
Igni pradek America to pokuyo will gidoluo.
Na podi.
Okay.
You're testing to see if he's forgotten.
Of course, yes. 30 years down the line.
Yes.
There are people who just log into the USA portal just to request for visa and immediately cannot even speak Kiswahili or speak
One accent.
Look at it. Onyango, idio mabe. You see?
But you remember that 30 years ago?
Yes.
Heading to America.
Yeah.
How was it, man? Were you nervous? Were you
Yeah, I was scared. That was my first time ever on a plane. But then you showed up. I'm like, hey, I know him. It's like, okay. So it made my, it was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we spoke, we talked a few things.
Yeah.
And then
And then you continued on to New York and on to California.
Yeah.
Which is where you settled.
Yes.
And, what were you going to do?
I had transferred from USIU Nairobi to USIU San Diego. So when I went there, and I found out that they had dropped the major that I was going for, so I stopped. I transferred. I never even took a class over there. So I transferred from USIU San Diego to Cal State Stanislaus, and that's the California State University.
Yeah. And what was your major?
It was MIS, I think it was called, Management Information Systems. But then when I transferred, I did computer science.
And where did the acting come in?
Well, I was doing that because I did the degree because I wanted to be the very first person in our family to go to university. So when I was done with that, because my dad was being laughed at, and I was like, I'm going to change that. So I did. And then I called Mom. It took me 7 years to finish a 4-year course because it was just really me. There's nobody supporting me.
You were hustling.
So, yeah, it was.
You were streetwise too.
It was difficult. It was hard. But then anyways, when I was done, I called my mom and I said, hey, Mom, that's your degree. I'm going to Hollywood.
Just like that.
Just like that. And I drove to Hollywood. Yeah, I fulfilled the part that I wanted, to at least get somebody
because
from my family.
Most parents out here always believe that, that degree. Some children actually do it just for them.
Yeah.
Then you go follow your passion.
But didn't you hear what...
Zippy said?
No, not Zippy.
Oh, who?
Posey.
Willie
Poe. Binguni Akuna
degree.
Akuna degree. Akuna degree.
What will this guy say?
Alenga. Yeah.
Wow.
So you get into your car and you drive to Hollywood.
Yes.
How?
Nobody
Who does
just
that?
drives to Hollywood.
I made the decision I was going to go. So my wife stayed over there because she had a full-time job and she paid the rent while I was looking for work. So it took a couple months, 3 months before I got a job. But she was paying the rent, so it was okay.
What do you mean? So you get to... Yeah, exactly.
That was fast.
You get to Hollywood.
Yeah.
In 3 months you already have a job?
You imagine?
Actually, a steady job. Otherwise, I was working. I was doing this. I was an extra, and you work every day. It's just not stable, but you work every day.
As an extra.
As an extra.
And you make what? $100?
About 110, 150 bucks
a day.
Yeah.
As an extra.
Yeah.
So what? As you're doing extra stuff, are you sending your resume? Are you talking to people?
I was at that time. I was really looking for a band. So this was just really extra money to do stuff, because the rent was taken care of because my wife was sending it. And then I got a job as a teacher, I think. Yeah, when she came and she also moved from from where we were, 6 hours away, Turlock, to LA, and she got a job as a teacher. And then she got me to go to that school too. So I also got a job there as a teacher.
Teaching what?
Special ed.
Uh-huh.
Kids with autism.
Correct. Yeah, special needs.
Yes.
And at the same time, you're acting. Oh, you're getting
Yes,
a gig
I was
now and
still
then.
doing that. Yeah.
And the band? Did you?
The band, we would work at night, you know. We'd rehearse at night, and then Friday, Saturday, we'd go to the clubs and play.
True hustle.
So
Teaching.
there was a band.
Yeah.
And they would rehearse the whole week.
At night.
At night.
Play on weekends.
Play on weekend. Remember, he hasn't slept at night because he was rehearsing for the band.
Bus.
But you have to come in as a teacher.
Teaching special ed. And you have to be alert.
Yes, you have to
and
be alert
awake.
because those are special children. Then you still walk around Hollywood
As an extra.
as an extra.
Waiting for the big break.
Wow.
Boss. Na mko hapa muna complain mumenyamba kwa kitanda. No, isn't that what you said? Uko kwa kitanda paka saa 5 na unanyamba nyamba.
Jeff, we're on radio, bro. We are ready at the end of the day.
Okay, una ikuodo. Hudhuria. Ikuodo kwa kitanda.
Jeff, make it way.
It's Jalas. Ameniaribu bana. Ameniaribu. Okay, so when did the big break come?
I did a lot of that. Actually, even to make it even worse, I got a job to work in a group home. So I would be working nights from 11, or they call it, anyways, from 11 to 7 a.m. and then 8 o'clock is when I would go teach. So it was really rough.
Good Lord. Explain what a group home is.
Group home is kids who've been misplaced, or they're just doing bad, and then the government takes them and puts them in group homes, in homes where like 6 kids, 7, I think it's usually 6 maximum or something like that. Yeah, so then they pay people to watch these kids in their homes.
Yeah.
So somebody like me would go in to just make sure they don't run away at night, because they have problems.
Correct.
Yeah, so you stay at night, you have to stay awake. Sometimes I would sleep.
My goodness.
Because of fatigue, man.
So it was rough.
It was rough.
Huh?
Yeah.
In the morning, go to school, and then later on work and the band and all that.
Yeah.
Big break.
Big break came when I would go, when I was doing it, I've told this story so many times. Sometimes I think it's like, that's the only story you got. Okay. So anyways, it's a true story. So when I was an extra, I would always go in and say I spoke Swahili. Every single time I spoke Swahili, it never got me anywhere. The 20th time I speak Swahili, nothing. 30th time, nothing. 40th, 50th. I think it was either the 50th or 55th time when it worked. On the set of the X-Files 1999 season finale, when I said I spoke Swahili, it worked. But for the time being, I didn't know it did work, okay? So the lady just looks at me and goes her way. Then she comes back and like, hey, Benjamin, where are you? Benjamin. I'm like, whoa, I'm in trouble. Yeah. Why did I open my big mouth? Then she says, did you say you speak Swahili? I said, yes, I do. Would you teach the set? I'm like, yes, I would. So that's how, so they bumped me from an extra to a principal player, and for the next 3 days I had my own little trailer with my name on it, and like, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning. So now I had a speaking role.
Right, but you said it was X-Files season finale.
Yes.
Which means the season's over.
Yes, 1999 season finale.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what happens after that?
After that, it was just the one show I was
Correct.
doing that day. And then after that came Tears of the Sun. That was my biggest one.
By the way, there's a line, one of my favorite movies, Bruce Willis.
Yes.
They're in Nigeria. Oh, they're, Nigeria.
Yeah.
The rebels have hit this town where there are missionaries. I think Italian or something, missionaries.
Yeah.
And then Bruce is sent to rescue this American woman, American, of course. And he goes in there, rescues her, but there's a priest, Italian priest. He doesn't want to go. God has sent him to this place.
That.
Remember?
Yeah.
So as Bruce is leaving with this woman, the Italian priest says to Bruce, go with God. Bruce turns around and says,
God has already
left Africa a long time ago.
I know that was funny. I was like, what?
God left Africa.
That's arrogant.
Oh, man. Tears of the Sun.
Yeah.
Good movie, man. Good
Yes.
movie.
Tears of the Sun.
Yes.
So what role did you play in the Tears of the Sun?
I played the palace guard, and I was watching the president's son. And my daughter was in it too, and my younger daughter was in it too.
And people didn't know who the president's son was. I mean, it was a
It
sort of a
was like-
secret.
Yeah, and then later,
Correct.
Yeah.
And they were fleeing with the with the IDP sort of thing.
Yeah.
They were fleeing, and the president's son was right in there. And, I remember now.
Yeah.
Look at this.
it was a great gig, man. 5 months in Hawaii, and
That Hawaii was Africa. Huh?
yes,
That's it.
Supposedly,
Good
yeah.
Lord.
It was
So they
amazing.
couldn't just come down here.
No, Bruce. No, we were coming.
Yeah.
Bruce is the one who didn't want to come to Africa, so they changed it and they found a place, that looked kind of like Africa, and that was Hawaii.
Good.
Yeah, the director wanted to come.
Yeah. So after Tears.
After Tears, I didn't have an agent, so things started going down again. If you do a big movie, you have to do the next one
Right away.
right away. So then to just establish your footing in the industry. But I didn't have an agent. My kids had agents, so I actually took my kids to audition, and then my youngest one started yapping, saying, my daddy also is an actor. And that's how I got the job. I'm serious. It's a true story.
Come
When I
on.
came to pick her up,
Yeah.
she says, the casting director was like, oh, your daughter says that you also act. What have you done? Oh, well, I've done about 50, 60 TVs, whatever, as an extra. But just last month, I did my first speaking role in The X-Files. Okay, interesting. Would you like to read for this role? I said, yes. And that's how I got the job.
Which
My
movie was it?
daughter, 7 years old, was my agent.
Which movie was this?
Tears of the Sun.
No, Tears of the Sun.
Yeah, that's how I got Tears of the Sun. I never went to audition for it.
No.
I took my daughters to audition.
And
But I
this
got
woman
the
tells
job.
you, could
Yeah.
you read this line?
Yes. Yeah.
So your daughter was your agent?
Yes.
7-year-old.
Yes.
Wow.
She's 24 now. I'm always grateful for
Is she
her.
still acting or?
Yeah, she's acting too. She's trying,
Yeah.
Yeah, but still going to school and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so things start going down, because you think
Yeah.
you're a superstar. You acted with Bruce
man,
Willis.
Yeah. People calling you, but
Yeah.
they can't find you because you have no agent.
Yes.
That was then I got The Interpreter came, that movie.
Yeah.
But then they changed their mind last minute.
Sean Penn.
Was it Sean Penn?
Yeah.
Sean Penn
Was that the
it?
UN interpreter with the...
Yes. I never even watched it because I was so disappointed.
Oh.
Like even Amistad, I've never watched Amistad to this day
Because?
because Jaimon Honsu, you know him?
Jimon Hansu. Jaimon. Oh, you call him... Yes.
Yeah. That role was mine.
No.
Yes.
I love
But
Amistad.
then I didn't have a green card at that time, nothing. So they took me to their lawyers, said, okay, don't worry about it. Go to our lawyers and this. But the lawyer was some stupid, lazy person. I'm serious.
Yes.
Because he told me that, okay, the shooting starts in 5 days, but processing this paperwork would take 10 days, and your paperwork is I think I'd already overstayed. So they may ask you to leave the country while I'm doing this, but you can go to Mexico. It's okay. It's just
Down the road.
But do you have children? Yes, I have one. Yeah, are you married? Yes. I don't think you should do this, but it's on you if you want to. So he got me scared. So I just left it alone. Wow. And then there was a time when my daughter wanted to do American Idol because we are foreigners, so she had to have a certain special whatever. So I went to Nigeria. I went to him first because I knew him now as my lawyer.
Yeah.
And he said, no, we can't do this. Then I went to a Nigerian guy and I got it. He just said, give me $300. Boom, I had it.
Done.
That's how I knew that lawyer was no good.
Oh.
But anyways, 5 years later, we got our green card through him, but it was a slow process.
Okay, let's come back
like,
to
what the heck?
Amistad. Because that was a great movie.
Never watched it to this day. But my friends say, Benji, that is stupid.
That was your
Watch
role.
the damn movie.
That was your role.
My bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You can say damn on the show, can you, John? You cannot say shit. Yes. Wow. Okay. The interpreter, Amistad. So you're missing roles now. You're missing
so
big
now
roles.
I'm missing things. So when that came, and then they said they decided to go with somebody else from New York. Because now I'm from LA. If I go there, they're going to pay me per diem. They're going to put me up and all that stuff. But these guys from New York, they don't have to do any of those things. So they were like, it was a convenient thing for them money-wise. So they dropped me, and that was the beginning of the end, sort of. So now it struggles now.
Yeah.
Because you've missed 2 big movies.
Yeah, you're hustling.
Yeah, so. And later came God's Not Dead, and it revived me again. Because now I was working in a movie that was a franchise. God's Not Dead 1, and then I was in the second one. I'm in the third one coming out in March the 30th. So things started going well again. And then because of God's Not Dead 1, the producer called me to do Beautifully Broken. So I didn't even audition or anything, but the director was like, no, I got to see him, He has to audition for me. So I'm like, okay, fine. Let's go. Let's do it. So he came. They flew to LA, and then I did whatever they wanted, and they chose me. So Beautifully Broken may be, and people tell me, don't say maybe, Ben. Just say it is. It's going to be my Oscar moment, because they said they were going to do it for the Oscar 2018, but 2018 obviously is out.
Right.
Yeah, because they didn't, whatever.
Release.
Yeah, in time.
Is it out?
It will be out May 2019. 2018.
Beautifully broken.
It's about the genocide, the Rwanda genocide. Remember Hotel Rwanda?
Yes.
It's kind of like that. But this time I'm playing a real guy who actually escaped with his wife, pregnant wife, and a child, and ran all night while people were being hacked to death in this whatever. And he ran into Uganda, then ran again into Kenya, ended up in a refugee camp for 5 years. And then an American was looking for refugees who qualify to take them to America, Europe, and all those places. And they got him, and they sent him to Nashville. And that's where he lives now. And that's the guy I'm playing.
And it's a true story.
It's a true story.
Wow, beautiful.
So they brought him on the set for me to hear how he sounds, and and we had a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the movie.
Beautifully
Broken.
Yeah. Did you enjoy filming it?
Yes.
Have you seen the finished product?
Yes, I saw a screening of it in Ojai, the only one. But now they're going to screen it again in. That's why they want me back February the 27th. I was supposed to go 28th, go back, but they said, no, you have to be here February 27th. We need you for this Q&A and all that stuff, because I'm the lead in the movie. Yeah, so I'm going back a day earlier. So they're going to screen it. It's a nice movie. It's really very emotional, people crying and all that stuff. It was amazing. Everybody was crying in the whole theater. It's very touching. So I don't know. You never know.
Wow.
Yeah.
We could have another Oscar.
Talking about Oscar, Benjamin, have you met Lupita?
You know what? I saw her. She was like this close to me when they screened 12 Years a Slave in LA, because that's the first place they screened it. And she was right there, She's petite. I didn't know she was that small.
Yeah.
And no, I didn't talk to her because people were mobbing her.
And everything.
Yeah.
So you guys have never met?
I've never met her.
But
It would be nice to meet her.
yeah.
Yeah.
But she's huge over there. I mean, she's
Yes,
huge.
yeah, of course. Oscar is a big deal. It's a big deal. Because there are all these people, they're amazing, big-time actresses who probably will go 4 years and never get that thing.
Yeah.
And there she is, a kid from Kenya, out of nowhere, boom, she got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Have you enjoyed your acting career?
Yes, they said that if you find a job that you love, you'll never work a day in your life. When I'm on the set, even if it's 24 hours, I don't feel it. I'm just there, I'm having fun. Yeah.
It's not work.
I love it. It's no work. But then when give me a job like flipping burgers and all that, oh man.
Yeah.
This guy was flipping burgers at McDonald's.
You know, you tell that very proudly, like it was
For
you.
real? He worked at McDonald's?
McDonald's drive-through. Can I help you?
For real? No, you're playing there, right?
Cheeseburger on the go.
So this is Jalas and I, right? I'm on the drive-through. I'm explaining to Jalas about the drive-through because I was doing the graveyard shift,
Yes,
just like you, right?
And that's the word I was looking for.
Graveyard shift.
The graveyard shift.
Brooklyn,
yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
There I am. McDonald's drive-through. Can I help you?
Hey, chips on the go.
They'll be like, what do you mean?
Yeah. I'm sorry, sir. We don't have.
I'm saying chips on the go.
So we don't have chips. We have fries. Would you like some fries?
Whatever you have, I'm on the go, man.
Chips. It's so funny. Yeah, they call it chips over here. French fries, whatever. You know, it's funny.
Yeah. So I did Mickey D's for a while, man.
Oh, nice.
It was tough. It was tough going.
Going through school. Yeah, it's
Yes.
hard, man, out there.
Correct. But
it makes you grow.
yeah, it makes you
know, as a
stronger.
person, yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Did you come home often when you were away?
No, man, I didn't come back until 2005. That's 19 years later.
Wow.
So I brought the whole family, and they had fun. Yeah.
Is your wife American?
No, she's Luo.
And you found her there?
I married her in a month. I met her, and then a month later I married her. I think it was one of those weird things.
No.
And then a month later I was gone.
So this is Benjamin.
Yes.
Found a woman
Yes.
who
Yes.
he really thinks is going to help him sort out a few things.
Yes.
So he goes ahead and does
Marries her.
Nobody meets a woman in a month.
But he married her here
I did.
Oh, back here at home?
Yeah.
before going to America.
Before going to America. Then a month later I left, and then they followed me later.
How long did it take her back here before they came
A
over?
year.
A year later?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, she was trying to get a job, like as a Kenyan whatever attaché in LA, but
Yeah, at the consulate or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. But it didn't work out, so that's why she took so long.
Yeah.
She was really trying to get a job so that I can
But
just
a year is not
go
too
to
long.
school.
Somebody joining you in America.
It is.
Had you settled by that time?
Yes, I was. Yeah, I was just doing all sorts of odd jobs.
You're right. It's not that long, eh?
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes 5-10 years, man. Another superstar Kenyan out there in Hollywood, Eddie Gadegi.
Oh yes, I met him.
Nice guy?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. He was home about a month ago.
Yeah, I know. I was following that.
The whole trend. Yeah.
I think he's now following you.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna be following
I
you.
don't think so. But,
Yeah.
But he's doing all right. Huh?
he's doing good.
Yeah.
He's doing good. He does a lot of TV. TV is good
Yes.
because when you do TV, you are, you're assured of employment.
Right.
But movies, people like me, movies come once in a while.
Yeah.
I've just never been lucky with TV for whatever reason, but
But you're lucky with movies.
movies I do get.
I mean, The Interpreter, Amistad, that was almost you. That was almost you.
Yes.
But did you feel frustrated at that? Were you dejected, or did you feel, my goodness, why me?
Yes. The weird thing is that, first of all, the audition. This was my first time auditioning for a speaking role in my life. And then when I watched these guys do it, I'm like, okay. And there was like 300 people behind me.
And
I got a standing ovation. I was like, what the heck?
You're kidding me.
I'm serious. Because I did some uchawi there. I did this, whatever. Debbie Allen and all the people who were casting, they jumped off their tables because there was two of you guys on.
Watch out.
I'm serious. It was not a joke. But everybody, because Mama, I'm like, what the heck just happened?
Did you know you'd gotten it?
No, they gave me a call back right on the spot. She gave me a call back tomorrow.
What does that mean? That they've narrowed the 300 down to like 30 or whatever?
Yes, exactly. And then the next time was just a phone call, and I was at work. Okay, do you have a green card? No. Are you this and that? No. Okay, it's okay. Don't worry. Go to our lawyers. That's the phone call I got. Because meaning I got the job.
Right.
But now they wanted the paperwork done and all
Yes.
that stuff. Yeah. So that was a trip, man. Standing ovation, and you're auditioning. These guys they're also coming to audition. They're standing up to give you that. I was tripping, man.
That's
I didn't-
crazy.
Yeah, it was weird.
So did you rehearse for this audition? Did you?
No, we just went in and then they tell you what it is you're gonna do. But then the three guys before me, one guy was really, really bad. He was like bad. And the guy before him was really amazing. I'm like, okay, I just saw what he did. So when it was my turn, and I went into the thing and I started rehearsing, looking at myself in the mirror and practicing all this thing. When I went out there, did those uchawi things. Hey, those women jumped. Boom. Have you acted before? Yeah, in church plays that I wrote. Yeah. It was weird.
Jalas, are you listening to this? You, the actor. Yeah, Jalas was just telling me about a one-man show he did a while back on Ken Saro-Wiwa.
Yes.
Ken
It's called
Saro-Wiwa.
Africa Kills Her Son.
Yes.
Very beautiful story.
No.
I used to work at the National Theatre.
Oh, nice. I heard the other lady about the stranger in my bed.
She's putting a one-man show, one-woman show.
One-woman show, the same thing as you did.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
So the National Theatre is where I started acting and stage plays. Then got myself on TV.
That was good.
And now pushed it to radio.
Yeah.
And
Doing it all.
from Onyango My Boys Secondary School.
PO box.
And from St. Mary's School. We work here together.
Yeah, but you have a PO box, right?
23 born.
Yeah, we didn't have a PO box.
You
We
had
just
what?
Raptor Road.
Raptor Road.
End of Raptor Road. Benjamin, does theater pay? Does acting pay?
Acting pays if you do, if you get the right gigs, it pays big time. And yeah, and you know, it does. Like Tears of the Sun. I bought a house because of that movie.
Wow.
You know, and that was my first movie ever. And here I am with a house. I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It was big money too, by the way. It was a lot of money.
The biggest paycheck
Ever.
from a movie.
Ever.
Seriously?
Like how much?
It was a lot of money.
You know, humor us.
Yeah,
Humor.
well, I made like 250. By now, I think I've made 250, $250,000. And I'm not famous. I am just, this is my first movie.
Your first movie.
Yeah, so,
And how many days was that shooting?
5 months, man.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was 5 months.
You spent 5 months in Hawaii.
Yes. That's why I'm saying it was the greatest gig ever for me. Usually you go for a month. Tears of the Sun, we go, no, God's Not There, we go for like 19 days. The last time I did only 6 days. But they also paid me good because this was my third time going in.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, you know.
You know your way around.
Yeah, now they have to negotiate this and that.
What about this Broken? How many days?
That was, I think, 19 days in South Africa.
That's where you filmed it?
Yeah.
You see, Jalas?
Yeah, because
Kenyans
Because
they
it
charge
is
too
too
much.
expensive
They
to shoot.
charge too much.
let me tell you how expensive things are here. Omarion wanted to shoot a song here.
Yeah.
Just to showcase. He has a song called Distance. He can play Distance. The Distance. And he had to go to South Africa because when he was asking for what it takes for him
Can I
to
also
shoot.
thank the people who've actually done things, helped me around here in Kenya?
You know what? Hold that thought. We're going to do it after the sports break because, yes, we want you to do exactly that.
Okay.
Coming back to Omarion, he tried to shoot in Kenya and
He could not shoot.
because of what? Bureaucracy or
Bureaucracy.
fees?
People are being arrested for taking photos. You're taking photos of KICC, you're being arrested.
Come on.
You want to go take photos around State House, you're being arrested.
And you're doing a movie or video promoting
Yes,
Kenya's
if you've watched the video, Distance.
I'm going to put it on right now.
Distance.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Omario sold South Africa one hand.
Serious.
And you can imagine, this is Omario, how many people are going to watch? I would easily tell you over 10 million views already.
So, Benjamin, you went to South Africa to film.
Yes.
It's
So
expensive.
that would be our Rwanda.
Correct.
Yeah. And then the USA was, Nashville was, where did we go in Nashville? We shot it somewhere else. I don't remember. In Baton Rouge, I think. if I'm not
Baton Rouge,
wrong. Yeah, I may be
Louisiana.
wrong, yeah. It was Louisiana, though. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So we should look forward to that, huh?
Oh, beautifully broken. Yes. Yes.
Oscar moment, Jonas.
Carry your handkerchiefs.
Yes. Anything that has to do with genocide, man. I mean, look, Hotel Rwanda.
Yeah, it was sad.
Sometimes in April, another movie about Rwanda.
Yeah.
Sometimes in April,
Yeah.
it rains. And I was there. I covered that thing, man. So lot of horrible memories.
Yes.
Does it have a what's the ending on that? Is it a happy ending? Is it a
Yes,
positive
it does have a
ending?
happy ending? This dude started. He started because he was a refugee. He also started something in Nashville that helps
Refugee.
everywhere. If you're a refugee,
Yeah.
you just go to him,
Yeah.
and you've got your green card and all that stuff. So what he does is he helps you transition from refugee status to mainstream American.
Yeah.
For like 3 months, and then you're on your own.
All right. Benjamin, we're going to take a quick break, do some sports. You're listening live to Benjamin Onyango. This man is in Hollywood, Ndani. If you remember the movie Tears of the Sun, right?
Oh, yes, of the Sun.
Tears of the Sun. Great movie starring Bruce Willis and, of course, our own Benji. Oh, Benji. Is it Benja?
Benja, wengine wanasema Benja, wengine wanasema Benji.
Yeah. And soon to be Beautifully Broken.
Yes.
Coming up in the next few months. Look out for it. This man has seen it all, done it all. John Kianda, what you got?